Hi, Chris.
Hi, Josh. Why are you looking at me under your eyebrows like that?
Hi, Alex.
Hello.
Hey, man.
Saying hello normally, like normal people.
Okay,
do.
it's a spooky Halloween episode,
Right.
so he's
being real spooky.
He's being real spooky. You playing with the gun magazine there?
Right.
And you brought a gun. That's kind of a red flag.
Yeah, the second time.
7.62 millimeter
Full metal, yeah.
Full
metal
jacket. Yeah,
right.
It's from the movie. That's the name of the movie. Yeah. So you're doing okay. So we're doing a movie.
Apollo 13.
No, I'm Dave from 2001, and you would know that if you're a cinephile. But I'll do a reference. So
Okay.
open the podcast bay doors, Hal. Right? You know?
He's a podcast.
So yeah. So you're doing Full Metal.
I'm in a world of shit.
Right.
Was that in the movie or is that just Josh?
I think that was just like an improv thing or something.
I think he's just in character.
Oi, bruv.
Yeah.
Me apples and pears down the Bobby Laurie Lou.
The 2% milk, not low fat. Yeah.
I've actually never seen it.
That's
I don't know.
Clockwork.
Really.
Okay, he's loading the magazine now. He's a method actor. Just let him come to the bit.
So like, hey, wait.
Every fucking week, new movies get released. How does anyone ever see these? There are too many movies.
Welcome to There Are Too Many Movies, family.
Hello.
It's the Spooktober finale Halloween episode. And for this Halloween spectacular, it's a Kubrick special. We are talking about The Shining.
Let's fucking go, dude.
So we are going to... It's not the Kubrick special. It's The Shining.
It's The Shining.
We'll take it again. Fuck
It's a
it.
Kubrick special for sure.
Kubrick special. I'm Dave.
Oh yeah, from.
I thought you were from Barry
2010.
Lyndon.
You thought this was Barry Lyndon.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's possible.
You were lighting
The
some
puffy-
candles when I got here.
The Puffy Collar movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The snooze fest.
So that's 2001. That's a Stanley Kubrick movie?
yeah,
don't
it's
think
a Stanley
so,
Kubrick
actually.
movie. Yeah, it's
No, right?
Arguably-
I thought it
It's
was. I thought it was Ridley Scott.
arguably
Yeah,
the best movie of all time. Arguably.
You could argue it. We'll argue it.
I now pronounce you Chuck and Larry.
It's a smart movie.
notwithstanding.
I think it's a way smarter movie, to be honest with you.
You could argue that as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
Chuck and Larry is a smarter movie than 2001,
Right.
possibly.
And it's two
argue-
against one.
You could argue it.
You could argue it.
Is all I'm saying.
So
I'm not saying I would.
It's a
Saying
good
you
commentary on marriage in America. Just saying.
Anyways, we talked about it's 9:30 in the morning. We're not awake yet.
It's actually not. It's 10:30.
It's
Yeah.
10:30. See, I don't even know what time it is. That's why I'm
so fucked up.
I'm so fucking sleepy.
Fucking fucked up, dude.
So yeah, we are going to be talking about The Shining, but before we talk about that, we kind of are going to talk about what we've been watching. But we burned.
Aren't you going to
We're
ask
gonna-
who we are?
Burn through this. Oh yeah, you're Chris.
I'm Dave.
I'm sorry, Dave. I'm afraid I can't do that.
But you're Chris.
I'm Chris Dave Collins.
And I'm Vincent D'Onofrio,
Right.
aka
Kingpin.
Private Pile,
Full metal jacket.
aka Kingpin, aka Josh Rodriguez.
And I'm Alex DeLarge Ass.
And we'll cut to a picture. Anyways, what have you guys been watching?
Go ahead, Alex.
All right.
What's your spooky, scary list
My
this week?
spooky list. It's Halloween week.
Let's
Yep.
fucking go,
I have
dude.
one thing, and it's 1917.
Oh wow! All
Okay.
right.
Finally
Not
got around
spooky
to
at all?
watching it.
For the first time?
Yes.
Okay.
Um,
Sam Mendes joint.
Yeah. I forgot to bring it back over.
Scam Mendez, actually.
Scam. Why you say that?
Fucking scam Mendez.
What
I don't
makes-
know, because he just uses Roger Deakins to tell his fucking stories for him. Can't do shit for himself. Fucking scam fucking filmmaker.
What did Sam
Talking
Mendes
the
do to you?
hottest shit.
Oh, no worries. You just got his name wrong. That's all.
Oh, my bad.
Oh.
Anyways.
You also it's Raji Deakins, not
Yeah,
Roger
Raji
Deakins.
Roger Deakins, the clapper of light.
Yep. Clapper.
Just fucked
Don't.
her.
Okay.
There you see.
Yeah, you got
Changed
it.
it up.
We got there.
But yeah, it's fucking amazing. It's probably like, I would say right behind Saving Private Ryan in terms of my favorite war movies.
Wow.
It's
To me, it's not a great war movie. It's just a cinematography spectacle.
beautiful.
yeah.
And that's thanks to
Raji
Raji
Deakins.
Roger Deakins and
the
not Scam
clapper
Mendes.
of light. Yeah.
Dude, the scene where he's running through that bombed out town and the flares are lighting everything, I was genuinely just mesmerized.
that town, that is one of the most beautiful, like most spectacular scenes in cinema
I was like,
history.
Raji Deakins is just going fucking bananas.
Yeah, he just
right now.
fucked our eyes for 5
Dude,
minutes.
yeah.
Dude.
Yeah. That's a phenomenal scene. Reminds me of they did something similar in Jarhead, if I recall, or maybe you know what?
I haven't seen that in like 20 years.
Raji Deakins.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Roger Deakins, baby.
Yep.
She.
Yeah. When you rewatch it, you'll see. Oh no, you know what I'm thinking of? Jarhead and Sicario have a lot of similar shots. That's what I'm thinking of. Sorry,
Deserty
Catherine Bigelow.
Catherine Bigelow.
of
Didn't she
Deuce
do-
Bigelow fame.
Jarhead?
I don't know.
She's
Alexa,
the director, right?
Alexa, who directed the movie Jarhead?
From
No, she did the
Reportedly.com,
Hurt
Jarhead
Locker.
is a biographical
Locker.
war drama released in 2005 and directed by Sam Mendes.
Oh,
Oh.
there it is. That's why they.
There it is.
Sam Mendes himself.
Yeah, we got there. I didn't know Sam Mendes
Yeah.
did that
Shows how much you fucking know. God
Yeah.
damn it.
because you knew the director.
Have you seen Dunkirk? What are you
Yeah.
saying?
I think 1917 is better than Dunkirk.
Okay.
Sorry.
I would disagree. I would say
Hardest disagree of all time.
I would say Dunkirk is a better story, though. I would say 1917 has better cinematography.
They're pretty similar
Well,
in terms of like just how, not how things pan out, but like the overarching story.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Yeah,
You're so mad right
in
now.
in terms of war movies, it's fucking excellent. Like,
it's
there's no
good, yeah.
doubt about it. I feel like Dunkirk as just a survival story because it's not necessarily about the war. It's just about like these two kids trying to survive the escape, the fucking Anyways,
yeah.
I wouldn't consider it like a war movie.
yeah. It was tough for me to sit back and enjoy the story because the whole time I was just looking for where they were hiding cuts.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Like,
There's a couple that are like pretty cleverly hidden, but you can
Yeah.
still identify. And there's only one like solid cut
When
in
he
the
gets
movie,
knocked
you know what
out
I mean? Yeah.
In the
exactly.
tower, yeah.
Yeah.
Spoiler: he gets knocked down the tower and it cuts to black, and I was like, "Hey,
And a German is sucking him off. And
Yeah,
he's
it's
like,
crazy.
dude, get the fuck off me.
how else are you gonna wake him up?"
Yeah, right.
Dude, whenever the plane goes like,
Ladies,
does it go? Does it go through the barn or does it go over the barn?
It goes through the barn.
Shit,
Yeah.
that's fucking hard, man.
yeah,
And then, obviously, the iconic shot where he's like running down the trench line, dude. That
Yeah.
and like two people like fucking just tackle him, basically.
yeah. They said that was an accident.
I
That
believe it
extras
because-
actually ran into him and they kept rolling.
because
Good.
it's still tracking the same speed he was running at, and he's got to like catch back up.
Yeah.
With the,
I believe it, but sometimes they always
They
for
just say
marketing.
some shit.
Then for marketing, they
Yeah.
always ham it up a little bit.
they're
Sometimes
like he had hemorrhoids during the scene.
It's
and
always
he
those
still-
publicity little tidbits they
Yeah.
like to throw in there.
Yep.
If you hear it more than once, then it's like, oh, someone
Yeah.
fed that to
Yeah.
him.
Yeah,
Anyways.
totally. Anyways, that's what else? Cinema 4:3.
Yeah, Cinema in 4:3.
Ooh,
shit.
okay. How'd you
Gotta
watch
own
it?
I watched it on 4K.
4K digital?
Because I borrowed it from you.
Oh, you did?
I would have brought it back, but I simply forgot.
You simply are a thief.
Forgot. And now I own it because it's in my possession.
Yeah.
Was that it for you?
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't have anything because we are recording back-to-back episodes, and so I didn't watch anything in between yesterday and today. Go ahead and ask me why, if you want to start that conversation.
I don't care.
No.
Go ahead
I
and
simply
ask me
don't
why.
care.
Yeah, okay, that's what I thought.
That's what I thought. We're both like, all right, yeah, I get it, man. That's what I fucking
That's what I
thought.
fucking thought,
Yeah,
bitch.
I win.
Take a stress pill and think things over.
Yeah, it was a very quick. I burned through my fucking list yesterday like an idiot. However, though, I did watch Bridge of Spies, which is a fucking banger, and probably the last like great for me Steven Spielberg film.
Yeah.
It's fucking amazing, dude. Have you guys seen this movie?
No.
I don't think so.
Oh, it's a fucking banger, dude.
Is that the one where it's a bridge made literally out of spies?
It's a bridge with spies on it.
Oh, fuck.
You're
All
close. Starring our boy from Dunkirk from what the fuck else is he in? He's in a ton of shit.
Harry Styles.
Yeah.
No,
He's in Dunkirk.
not
He's,
Harry
I think,
Styles.
our generation's best actor.
Yeah.
I think you guys are totally not on. I don't think that's it at all.
Okay. Who else was in Dunkirk? Name
Name
one
me-
other person that was in
Yeah,
Dunkirk.
name one person. You can't say Tom Hardy.
Fuck, Michael Caine.
Michael Caine.
He was in Dunkirk?
He was a voice on the radio.
Ah, figures.
fucking old fuck.
He's like
Our boy
There's an awful lot of films.
Thomas Hanks.
Tommy Hankies.
He is fucking astounding, and our boy from Dunkirk, Mark Rylance, who is fucking amazing. It's literally a film about spies, man. It's amazing, dude.
Love a spy movie.
Yeah, for
Love
sure.
a spy movie.
Man
But I
from
like
Uncle.
realistic spy movies. I don't like Bond is whatever.
Sure.
But I love
No.
I love like Philip Seymour Hoffman in Charlie Wilson's War type of spy.
Ooh, and cut to
My loyalty
For 24 years, people have been trying to kill me. People know how. Now, do you think that's because my dad was a Greek soda pop maker, or do you think that's because I'm an American spy? Go fuck yourself, you fucking child.
There's a bridge, one might say, for like the James Bond three-head spy movies and the Charlie Wilson.
Oh, so there's
War.
like some sequences.
I mean, it's a Steven Spielberg film, you know what I mean? So it's going to be for everybody,
Bombastic.
but it like makes you fucking think. It's not like a big action movie at all.
Got it.
Better than West Side Story?
I never saw it.
Who the fuck did?
Yeah, seriously.
But guys, highly recommend Bridge of Spies. I'll let anybody borrow it. It's fucking great.
Did John Williams compose it?
I actually don't know that.
You probably would have known.
He probably does, honestly.
You probably would have known if you like. If he did, he probably would have been like, "That's definitely
That's a John Williams
Yeah,
story.
because
Yeah, true.
It's recognizable.
It has a fucking high fifth octave, whatever. I don't know.
That's for the music nerds.
Isn't that what he does? He does like a high fifth.
I mean, he does a lot of stuff.
I mean, he does a lot of stuff. Excellent insight.
I mean,
John Williams, the most musically talented people on the podcast are like, John Williams does a lot of stuff.
it's
Thanks,
like
guys.
saying Malmsteen uses the harmonic minor scale. It's like,
Yeah.
so
You know-
a lot of, you know what I mean?
You know who else does a lot of stuff? Stanley Kubrick. He does a lot of stuff.
He does a lot of stuff.
He does a lot of things.
stuff, Yeah.
He like the camera
yeah.
and like the
The
he's
lenses.
Like,
Are we ready
I'll
to
write
get
him.
into it?
Yeah, let's fucking get into The Shining.
Yeah, get into it.
The Shining.
Because honestly,
We have so much.
We have so much to talk about. And I, at risk of not being funny for the next 2 hours, it might be that.
That's honestly my biggest fear whenever we love a movie. Is like we're just gonna jerk off over it and not be funny.
Yeah.
I
but
did forget something else on my watch list though.
Go ahead. And I'll cut it in earlier.
Room 237.
Oh,
I don't want to hear anything. I don't want to hear anything about this fucking
So
movie.
whenever you watch The Shining,
Nope.
it's mandatory viewing.
You
that
have to.
You have to watch Room 237 right afterwards.
You actually don't.
Did you guys know that The Shining is about the massacre of Native America?
Yes.
Oh, well, we'll cut to a clip when we first brought that up on the show. You know the documentary Room 237?
Yep.
Dog shit.
Haven't
That thing
seen
is
it.
so fucking stupid.
I turned it off after like 15 minutes.
Me too. I didn't finish it.
The first theory was this guy was like, I was sitting in the theater, and the second it ended, I turned to my friend and I said, that is about the genocide of Native America. And I was like, if I was his friend, I'd be like, we're not fucking friends anymore.
Yeah.
That's the first thing you have to say after this fucking movie.
Did your friend do a cartwheel into a pile of grenades after that? Because that's what I would have done. I'd have been like, wee!
We death.
Reality doesn't mean anything anymore. And we're back.
Have fun combing through the episodes.
I know exactly where it is because I am
fuck.
organized like an editor because I'm a good editor.
Yeah.
Anyways, oh yeah, just go ahead and open that Zoa.
Oh, that looks fucking crazy.
I'm really glad you brought up what flavor you're on.
Is that tropical punch?
Tropical motherfucking punch, BB.
Oh, is that
Black Adam
on
in
the
theaters
cover?
now, bitch.
I'm really glad you brought up Room 237 because this is all we should say about it. Two things about it. First,
We're getting into the fan theories, baby. We're going to do it.
No, we're not.
Yes, we're doing it.
Let's go.
I don't even want to entertain them.
All right, so Jack Nicholson is obviously sexually abusing Danny throughout the film.
Obviously.
Alluded to because there's a bear. He sits on a bear and then a bear sucks off a guy later in the movie. And that
It's simply obvious.
It's simply clear as fucking day.
anyone
Chris.
that sees
Yeah.
that immediately.
When you see the fucking ligature marks around Danny's neck after he was with his father, that said, "I'm never gonna hurt you," and then a big stinger, dude, a big fucking.
yeah,
Stinger, I just met her.
nice.
Nice, thank you.
Okay,
Oh shit,
Two-
hold on. All right, I'm good.
two things I want to say about Room 237.
Good.
Leon Vitali, the former his assistant, the guy that the documentary Film Worker is based on.
Film worker, go check it out.
Go check out that movie. R.I.P. Leon.
Fucking amazing.
He dismissed all those theories in Room 237 as gibberish, saying they're entirely without merit.
Get fucked.
Stephen King, never a fan of Kubrick's film adaptation, started watching this documentary only to give up halfway through as he felt that the filmmakers were reaching for things that simply weren't there.
But whenever he does reveal that he did film the moon landing on Danny's sweater,
Oh, with the Apollo 11.
with the Apollo
yeah,
11,
yeah.
yeah.
Leon confirmed that that was a joke Kubrick was playing.
No,
No, it's a fact. We
it's a
never went to the moon.
He was admitting and apologizing for the moon landing.
How far it is.
in the movie The Shining, dude.
Absolutely. You're totally right. Thank you guys for bringing that up.
Of course.
Yeah. There's
It's
two-
like we know more about Stanley Kubrick than
For
Chris
real.
does.
Like, how do you land on cheese?
yeah, you guys went to film school and that's obvious.
Yeah.
Here's
Ask me anything about film. I'll answer it truthfully.
okay.
Yep.
Name 3 film sizes.
35 millimeter, 16 millimeter and 8 millimeter.
You nailed it.
Get fucked.
Get fucking fucked.
Should have gone harder one. What's the resolution of 4K?
2140p.
Okay, what's the other number? What's the width?
1680.
1680.
I don't fucking know.
What kind of millimeters are in this, buddy?
Get fucked.
760. Two clips from the movie The Shining perfectly sum up Room 237, and I'll cut them in here.
In this film, a deeply laid subtext that takes on the Holocaust.
Are you out of your fucking mind?
Stanley Kubrick was involved with faking the Apollo moon landing.
There ain't nothing in room 237.
So I'm glad we got that out of the way.
Well, those are correct theories, and they're left open to interpretation.
If anybody brings up the room 237 to you in any other capacity other than ironically or to shame it, fuck that person.
You have legal precedents to sever all their limbs.
The big fact, like the fact that, you know, what really reveals the Native American ideals behind it is that there's a can behind I'm a scat man. Behind Scatman Crothers whenever he's in the kitchen, and there's like a can
of corn
with a very racist depiction of an Indian on it.
A Native American.
Well, it's an, you know, like.
Well, they're not from India.
I fucking know that.
He was being historically accurate.
Yeah.
Oh, sure. Okay.
To what they would have said.
Right.
Exactly.
But go ahead. And that's why it's a Native American.
So yes, exactly. That's I mean, he doesn't leave any detail unchecked. So like that's clearly an ode to the fact it's on an Indian burial ground.
Oh yeah, they did say that in the initial interview.
Poltergeist. And that's what Poltergeist is all about. If you tie that into The Shining, that's what The Shining's all about.
And The Shining is actually directed by Steven Spielberg, much like Artificial Intelligence.
I'm glad we got there. Welcome to There Are Too Many Movies.
And much like Poltergeist, which was directed by Steven Spielberg.
Was it? Okay, I don't know that, but all right.
I don't know it either.
It's like a thing.
5-Head Film School. Welcome.
And if you're just into conspiracy theories like us, you just know this.
It's a true fact.
Or theories, as we like to call them.
The conspiracy theory conspiracy.
That's it. But yeah, also the incest theory is alluded to because
he was reading Playgirl magazine.
Yeah, and there's an article in that particular what?
Playgirl with the dicks?
I don't know.
Yeah. So he's reading it at the hotel. I guess it's just on the table at the hotel. He's reading it, and on the cover, there's a story about why parents sleep with their children.
It's like incest. Whoa.
And Jack Nicholson is reading that in the hotel.
Oh, so that's an obvious allusion to the fact.
I hate that we're even giving this runtime.
I know.
Even though we're doing this as a joke, I hate that it's taking
have
up
a big disclaimer at the bottom for the entire conversation.
Nah.
Yeah, honestly,
if you don't get it, I don't give a shit.
Honestly, fuck you. If you like Room 237, if you give a shit about.
The only redeeming thing about Room 237 is the director actually said he doesn't believe any of those theories. He considers it more of a documentary about fan obsession.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Which is like, okay.
But also, you made it, and you're perpetuating all
yes. Yeah. That's where I'm at with it.
You specifically made it about The Shining, geared to Shining fans.
I think,
and set it up to make it sound like
totally.
It's called Room 237. Who do you think's gonna watch it?
No, yeah. I genuinely think that he set out to make something like that and like unpack the movie and blah blah blah, and then it got received the way it did. Like, what the fuck are you talking
He's
about?
like, I was just kidding.
Literally,
these people are idiots, right?
Yeah, that's what I think is going on. Where he's like, I was just joking.
Stupid.
Like,
joking.
Yeah, like literally, everyone involved with the production is just like, what?
Yeah.
So no.
Yeah.
Like his
like,
closest
we made a
assistant,
horror movie.
the guy that he mulled over Kubrick mulls over every single detail with his assistant Leon, and Leon goes, "This is gibberish," and that's enough for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's for him to go, no, that's fucking dumb. Like that's it. R.I.P. He died this year, August 20th.
Rip.
Check out Film Worker.
It's a great documentary.
And Sex Worker.
I just met her.
All right.
That was a good one.
It is appropriate.
Yeah, I guess so.
Anyways,
the most iconic opening title sequence in horror history, man.
yep.
Yeah.
It's just fucking great.
Those
dude.
helicopter shots, yeah.
Helicopter shots with the blue title cards.
You can see the helicopter in one of the shots.
Ooh.
Whoa.
And you know the little island that they zoom in on? It represents the isolation of the family. And the
Oh, shit.
Yeah. Sure. One that's cool. One thing that's kind of cool is that he mulled over the color of those titles for a long time. He changed it 4 or 5 times before settling on cyan for some reason.
I would have picked brown.
I would have gone solid white, but the cyan's jaunting. But
It's jaunting. Guess who? Do you know who references that in his great horror classic, now considered a classic?
Mike Flanagan in Doctor Sleep.
I mean, I don't know, maybe, but Jordan Peele recreated the cyan title treatment
Shit.
Oh, nice.
Get Out?
in Get Out.
Fuck yeah.
love to see it.
Yep,
As
as a very specific ode to
That's
The
awesome.
Shining. Yeah,
He's really awesome in his like.
He's just a fan.
It doesn't like overshadow his movies, but they're like perfect, just tributes.
references. Yeah. It's just like, I mean, honestly, just like Quentin Tarantino, where he does a lot of references to like classic films that he fucking loves. It's like, oh, I want to do this scene, I want to do this shot, I want to do this. You know, it's like,
But
it's always referential.
Yeah, but it's tasteful in the sense that it's like if you know, you know.
Yeah.
It's not. It doesn't take you out to like
Exactly.
tip the hat and like break the fourth wall.
Exactly.
But yeah, the iconic opening scene, obviously, Mount Hood in the background, shot in the Pacific Northwest.
Sick.
You know what's interesting about that? They actually reuse some of that footage for Blade Runner. When Ridley Scott was forced to cut in a happy ending by the studio, Kubrick, a fan of Ridley Scott, like he liked his movie, so he was like, yeah, you can use some of my Shining footage, but you can't use anything that I used.
Okay, yeah.
So
just unaired footage from
yeah, basically he's like, you can use my outtakes from the helicopter to show them riding off into the sunset, basically.
Before the horse and the fucking
but
with the unicorn. I mean,
interesting thing about unused footage from Kubrick, you know, he burned all footage that he didn't use. It's some people don't believe it. They think studios have like some in their vault, but he had so much control contractually over like his movies that before he died, he instructed his assistant, like a few months before he passed away, he had Leon destroy all the outtakes and unused footage from all his films, all like the celluloid, so that he could ensure not a single recut of his movie was made.
That's hard.
That's hard as shit.
Fucking hard, man. Talk about control freak.
Meanwhile, George Lucas is on his fucking 8th edit of A New Hope.
Yeah. Seriously.
So I know his first film is Spartacus, technically, right?
Sure.
What is his first film, though? Like his first, like beginning to end, front to back to front? Because like directing was different back then, especially for Spartacus, where Kirk Douglas was like, all right,
He just pieced out.
we need a new director, and I like this guy. And then he's like, Kubrick is on a set, essentially not his film, but he's directing this entire fucking movie.
I don't know what short films he did, honestly.
Yeah.
So you don't know if like his first feature, though?
Like Spartacus was his first studio film. Like that was his
But
big
it's not
breakout.
like his
It's not
film,
his.
because he didn't initiate the whole.
Do you like
thing.
Stanley Kubrick, or?
I'm
Are you
aware of
into
the
him?
guy.
You seem to not know anything about
Yeah.
him.
I asked you a pretty basic question. What was
Yeah.
his first movie, Chris?
And you're like, oh,
I don't know like pre Spartacus. I don't know. Honestly, I don't. Here's the thing. I know I'm a Kubrick fanatic, but I don't consider Kubrick
do you
Kubrick
stand
until
Stanley
2001.
Kubrick?
Like until 2001, like Lolita, The Killing, Spartacus. I don't watch that and feel it's a Kubrick film.
Yeah, I mean,
I just don't. And so
He just hit a stride for 2001, and like
I don't
and
know
that
what
carried on.
I don't know what I don't fucking know what happened, but like it was like that was his magnum opus, and so it was like that was the dawn, I think, of like just his style of filmmaking, the symmetry, the 1 point perspective.
Strangelove came out before 2001, right?
Shit.
I think it did.
honestly, I don't know. I'm not the
I don't
Kubrick
think so.
expert.
I mean, I am, so I can tell you that
Oh, okay.
Strangelove did come out before 2001.
Okay, thanks, Alex.
Alexa, when did Dr. Strangelove come out?
The film Dr. Strangelove, or How I Learned to Stop Worrying and Love the Bomb, was released on January 29th, 1964.
4 years before, yeah.
Again, I'm the Stanley Kubrick stan of the podcast.
The Stanley Stan.
The Stan
Yeah.
stan.
Dr. Strangelove does feel like a Kubrick film, so there is that.
It feels like his earliest, like, distinctly him. You know what I mean?
Super wide angle lenses, huge panel lights, the war room.
But back to
Then it's also in black and white still, though, which is like
Yeah.
back to The Shining real quick though. Jack Nicholson fucking hates his family, dude.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He can't fucking stand his family.
The
dude.
average dad, TBH.
I think honestly, I think that's what at the root of this movie. That's what it's about. Is
Yeah.
a relationship between like maintaining a relationship, but also a work-life balance,
Yeah.
a healthy work-life balance, and just going insane together through like Jack goes insane, but they all go insane together. I don't think many people acknowledge that. Like
Like they're
Danny,
all isolated.
yeah, Danny goes insane quicker than anybody.
Yeah, but Danny also has the shine.
Yes, he's like more in tune to the ESP thing.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
he
yeah.
literally has the shining. So like, but he's fucking his eye. He's foaming at the
Yeah,
mouth.
yeah.
He's seeing visions. Like he went insane before everybody else.
Yeah.
But Jack goes insane obviously. But it's
And he's dealing with an alcohol problem, obviously.
Yeah.
And a wife that won't leave him the fuck alone when he's trying to write.
I know,
Shut
right?
the fuck up.
When you hear this clickety clack, that means you don't come in. The casting for Jack Nicholson, by the way, fucking, he was casted as Napoleon for the movie that Kubrick never made.
Oh, that would have fucking.
That would have went so fucking hard.
Yeah.
Dude.
I feel like that's the ultimate like lost project in film. You know
Probably.
what I
And
mean?
now
Yeah.
Ridley Scott is doing Napoleon with
mean, we'll
Joaquin
see.
Phoenix.
I mean, I'm sure they'll do good.
Ridley Scott is just so fucking yes and then what?
Yeah,
And then
exactly.
yes and then what?
True.
We'll see though. If he was close with Kubrick, then we'll fucking see.
Let's hope so.
I always wanted Chris Nolan to do the Napoleon movie, but whatever.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, the movie itself, like all the fucking metaphors and all the things like people like to try and unpack with this thing, like I think they overthink it. It's just a guy going crazy under a cursed hotel. And that's it.
Yeah.
The hotel has a lot of ghosts and hauntings in it, and it influences thing. And then I'm jumping around, but like the ending shot where it's like he's always been there. It's 1921, the ballroom thing. Like that's sparks the most debate. But to me, it's like
He's part of the hotel now. He's part of the spirits.
Yeah. I
yeah,
think
it's
it's
not like he's always been there.
Yeah,
No.
it's like
just
the
like
hotel called him as an
It's like you'll
entity.
now be here. You'll play with us forever and
Right.
ever. And
yeah,
ever
yeah.
and ever.
It's like he's just there, and it's like any caretaker that got there would have ended up in that photo.
I
Is what I
think
mean. Like
I think what causes the most debate is the fact that people don't like. It's like they can't get grips with the fact that it is the hotel that is haunted.
Mm-hmm.
That is creating all of it,
yeah,
and not individual ghosts. Does that make sense? It's like the entire hotel is haunted.
yeah.
It's filled with ghosts that the hotel essentially called there.
Exactly. Yeah. It's not just one thing. It's not one apparition. It's not one story that it's trying to direct you to. Especially at the end, whenever Shelley Duvall's running through the fucking hotel and then is seeing all these goddamn
Yeah.
ghosts all over the
Apparition,
fucking
yeah.
place.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, the hotel is just trying to fucking, all at once fucking her over. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think it's just that doesn't happen otherwise because of the isolation. Like,
Yeah.
it's happening when nobody else is there because it's easier for the hotel to dial
Yeah.
into people. Is what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Like when it's crowded and populated, it doesn't do that.
It doesn't bother because it's like it's
That was the one thing that I did like about Dr. Sleep, honestly. The fact that we're even bringing it up
I
sucks.
genuinely can only remember the callback shots in Doctor Sleep.
The
but
fact
I-
that they even did that is
know.
offensive.
I like that they did acknowledge that it's not the ghosts in the hotel. It is the hotel that is haunted.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's the one thing they addressed in Doctor Sleep that I was like, okay.
Yeah, for sure. But this movie has a mysticism to it because what Kubrick always does is he takes the source material and elevates it to like a metaphorical sense.
Fuck
It,
yeah.
it is not even a Stephen King property at
No.
this point.
And everybody
You know what I
knows.
mean?
Everybody
it's
knows
the skeleton of
Yeah.
the book, right?
Yeah, and everybody knows like Stephen King wrote this off as like he didn't care for it that much or whatever. But
Well, he's a dumb fucking bitch, though. And his Shining
highest
is...
selling author of all time, dumbass.
yeah,
But
Yeah,
honestly, I
his
feel you.
Shining fucking sucks, though.
Yeah, I watched his Shining when it aired on Sci-Fi in like fucking 2005.
it's a miniseries, yeah.
It is atrocious.
it's so bad. Yeah, but yeah, it's the source material is much more literal. There's all kinds of weird shit like hedge animals and hedge things.
There-
And,
there's ghoulies. There's
Yeah.
ghouls. The
Yeah.
fuck.
Hi, Doc.
like he did the same thing with 2001. Arguably, he did it with the actual author. when they wrote the screenplay, but I read 2001, and then you compared that to the movie. The book is very literal on what.
Yeah, you can't translate the most literal interpretations in the book. You have to make it like art.
Yeah.
No, but I mean,
he makes it fucking 5 head.
Yeah, but it makes it 5 head. But
and if you don't understand it, fuck you.
Yeah, because like 2010 is literal. The sequel to 2001 is very straightforward. You know what's happening.
Yeah, but it's not Kubrick.
Exactly. I know. But that's what my point is. Basically, he elevates it to a metaphorical sense to make it deeper, and like it's like he makes it almost just susceptible to these hundreds of theories because it makes
it's so deep and like
it makes it malleable to everyone's experience.
Exactly.
Because there is just like an overall like undertone of tension and suspense and spookiness the entire fucking time that it's like it has to be more than what we're being shown.
Yeah.
But it's like that's what makes it scary.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's what you don't know about the hotel that makes it scary.
It's the subliminal stuff too. I mean, like him turning a corner and then the flash cut to the like obviously do we even need to say it has a fucking visual language? It has amazing cinematography.
Obviously.
Like
I don't
Yeah,
right.
chug the milk. Right.
Sorry,
Jesus,
sorry, Chelsea. Sorry, Chelsea. Just scared the shit out of her by throwing the plan. I'm sorry,
okay.
baby. She's like, fuck this podcast. Like the elevator thing, for example, with the blood.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Dude, yeah, that's
Like-
such a fucking
It's the most iconic shot in horror history.
It's one of the most iconic shots in horror history. But then smash cut to Danny's face. Like the shocking smash cut to Danny's face. No stinger, no music.
Yeah.
No nothing. He's a master of that. He did it in 2001. He does it in Clockwork where it just cuts to these things like this shocking imagery for sometimes even a still image for 2 or 3 seconds. No stinger. And then throws you back in. It's like it's
Eyes Wide Shut does that
implanting,
too,
like-
does it not?
I don't in Eyes Wide Shut. I don't remember what any
Yeah, I can't
smash cuts in
remember.
that.
I'm trying to think. Fuck it. Sorry.
Anyways,
maybe during the party scene where Tom Hanks.
Tom Hanks.
Tom.
Imagine Eyes Wide Shut with Tom
Tom
Hanks.
But yeah, those type of subliminal montages where it would be like blood, face,
Come.
right?
Right. All the fluids.
Yep. That make
According
alludes
to
to
theory.
like
To the theory
the cum theory
of 237.
Yeah, room 237. Also, the fact that it's called room 237 is simply because it's a made up hotel number. So the hotel they were shooting at in the book it's 217.
Okay.
And so when they shot it, they're like the hotel was like, "Can you please not shoot in room 217 because we actually have an actual room
and no one's gonna want to stay
and
there.
no one's gonna want to stay there." So they're like, "All right, room 237 it is." And then cut to hundreds of people unpacking that number. Like,
Yeah,
like, it's
yeah.
just like,
What does it mean?
What does it mean? No, it's just like it could have been any
just
fucking
picked a
number.
number.
The fact that there are so many theories just proves that Stanley Kubrick is a fucking master.
Right.
In the fact that it's like, there has to be more because he's a fucking mastermind, dude.
Yeah. Oh, the room 237 was, I forgot. It was actually in Doctor Strangelove. It's the atomic Holocaust code that like ends the movie. So the pin that he enters in it's like a
That's cool.
homage to that. So whatever. But anyways,
Whenever Danny asks Scatman Carruthers, whenever he asks him, what about room 237? And then he's fucking like, he's like the fucking eyeball meme. The fucking,
yeah.
Because he's like literally talking to him
Like
using
telepathically.
Yeah, telepathically the entire fucking time. And then the second Danny brings up that number, he's like, well, fuck.
Yeah.
Like this kid has more like really strong fucking powers
He's
already.
got the dog in him.
Yeah.
He's got that dog in him.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Yeah. You know that scene holds the Guinness Book of World Records for most takes shot in a conversation with dialogue?
What?
Really?
148 takes. In that
With,
scene
between
Scatman and Danny eating ice cream. It drove Scatman to tears.
Jesus.
Yeah,
He's like,
he-
I don't even like ice cream.
He almost quit. Yeah.
wow.
You know, the reason he's on that movie is he's Jack Nicholson's friend, and Jack Nicholson recommended him.
That's pretty cool.
That's kind of cool. But yeah, that scene with the ice cream holds the Guinness World Record for most takes.
Damn.
Jesus Christ.
David Fincher's like, fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if it still holds it, but it did at one point.
I mean, why try to break it? What?
Like, yeah, it's
I'm
almost
gonna torture 2 humans.
yeah, for real. The scene with the bat, it's rumored to have taken 128 takes.
Where he's going up the staircase.
Going up the stairs. But what's weird is it's disputed by an assistant editor and the camera operator, Gary Brown, who invented a Steadicam. He's on this movie, and I watched it with a commentary track. He wasn't there for that scene, though, so I don't know how he would know that. He actually was flying back and forth because it went over schedule, and he was supposed to, after 6 months, go back to America to shoot Rocky 2.
Oh, cool.
So he was flying back and forth, and he actually had to train like his understudy to shoot a big chunk of the movie.
Yeah. Right.
The bat scene was one of those scenes. So I don't know why if he knows that for real, but people say 128 takes of the bat thing.
That's one of my favorite fucking scenes
Dude,
ever.
it's fucking incredible.
Dude, when I first...
Honey?
yeah.
Dude, his
Sweetie.
over-the-top like
Light
facial
of my
expressions
life.
and reactions.
God.
Glad you brought up the over-the-top facial stuff because... So almost every scene, at least 40 or so takes were done.
I believe that because I feel like... I mean,
it's
I've
Kubrick.
heard, obviously, the stories of Stanley Kubrick just
perfectionism.
intentionally going way over the top so that the
Yeah.
actors genuinely look and feel exasperated.
Yeah.
Right.
There's that, but towards the end of those 40 or so takes, Jack Nicholson would get more and more exaggerated.
Yeah.
He would get more and more animated. So he would be going more and more over the top, just like, what do you want? Like, it's almost a joke now.
Yeah.
So what he was doing, what he did in editing was use the earlier takes, and then while he was transitioning into insanity, use later takes.
Yeah, so it feels more erratic.
So he slowly starts to use like wilder takes as the movie goes on. So by the end of the movie, he's fucking, here's Johnny, comical. It's almost funny, right?
Yeah.
It's like,
he's like fully lost his shit.
yeah. So, and that was an improvised line, by the way. Here's Johnny.
Awesome.
How many doors did they use for that?
So, ironically, they built a breakaway door, but Jack Nicholson was actually like trained as like
He's a firefighter. Like,
at some point, so he
volunteer or
broke through it
something.
too easily. So they had to build like a stronger door. They had 5 or 6 like breakaway doors.
Dude, that shot of the axe hitting the door is it's
The
fucking
whip-
godly.
The whip hands, yeah. It like
Jesus
makes you
fucking
become
Christ.
the axe.
Yeah.
Like you're
It's so
entering the room
fucking
with
hard.
him.
And I love
That axe entering scene would not be nearly as iconic without that whip hand.
Yeah.
No, and but I think a big part of it is the fact that it is Jack Nicholson. Like, I don't know of another actor that does that,
dude. Yeah,
as well as Jack Nicholson.
No,
Jack, you know what I mean?
Yeah, like the casting is perfect.
God, he's so fucking good.
Come on! Well, wait for Shelley. Die. Axe murder kill. Well, you just say turn over when you're ready.
And Shelley Duvall's casting.
Jesus.
Oh my god.
See, people at first were like, what? Like they wanted a more
Olive oil.
conventionally. What?
She played Olive Oil in Popeye.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
They wanted a more conventionally beautiful person. Like
She is very
She is
attractive,
beautiful.
I
She's
think,
beautiful.
but
She
she's
is.
not conventionally attractive.
Right.
yes, but
She's not a movie star beautiful, I
Right.
guess.
yeah. And but when you unpack the reason for her casting, Kubrick said like that she was fragile and like almost abusable in a sense. Like
Wow.
you could be like
she looks like
could
she's light as a feather. You know what I
exactly
mean?
like
yeah,
she
she looks precious. You know what I
yeah
mean?
like it's the big eyes. It's like her timidness.
Yes.
And when
She's like literally a Tim Burton movie.
yeah
Yeah, she looks like Coraline.
yeah. When I first saw this movie, I thought, I mean, this movie got nominated for a Razzie.
When
What?
it first came out.
Yeah, like it wasn't received well.
Wow.
And when I first saw it, I thought her performance was bad. When I
Really?
first saw it, like when I was like the first time I saw it in high school, I was like, what is going on with
Why'd
her?
they have her? Blah, blah,
Yeah, it was just like the more you watch the Devotion into Insanity, the more like you recognize how phenomenal of a performance that actually
Yeah.
is.
It's fucking. It's
Like, she was
one of
in-
the best.
Dude, she was
Scream
in,
Queen, dude.
dude, she was in hysterics for like 10 straight weeks. Like maybe even like 6 months. Like, dude,
I think it's 5 months in,
yeah.
and then it happens.
Like she got physically ill, her hair was falling out. She would like it's visible in the documentary Vivian Kubrick shot. She's like, "Look, Stanley." And he's like, "Don't no one sympathize with her." He's like literally like,
Yeah.
Look at this. Pulled all my hair. I pulled hunks of hair out on the windowsill. And the bat got caught.
Need to trim that.
Hunks of hair.
Oh, look.
Okay.
It just comes out.
Right now, fellas. Well, I don't sympathize with Shelley.
You don't sympathize with Shelley. Why not?
It doesn't help you, wouldn't it?
Yes, it does. It does. I was really in and out of ill health because the stress of the role was so great, and the stress of being away from home, just uprooted and moved somewhere else, and I had just gotten out of a relationship. So for me, it was just tumultuous.
He told cast and crew to isolate her, essentially.
Holy shit.
Yeah, they she wasn't. It's really fucked up. It's really fucked up.
And she's not in a good way now, dude.
No. I wouldn't say I blame The Shining. She does talk about it in both ways. She has looked back on it as traumatic, but she has also said she wouldn't change it for the world, and that she learned more in a year than all the movies she made before that.
Nobody even said roll video.
There's no desperation. Oh, come on. What do you mean roll
2
video?
seconds.
We're fucking killing ourselves out here, and you're going to be ready.
I am too. I'm standing
Should we
right
play
by
mood
the
music?
door. No, I can't
Yeah, but when you
hear.
came in like this, you should have just...
We're sitting there because they say, wait a minute, and then you say on the radio,
But when you
go.
do it, you've got to look desperate, Shelley. You're just wasting everybody's time there.
I can't even get this
Well, push
freaking
it
door
against
open.
it.
If it hadn't been for that, volley of ideas and sometimes butting of heads together, it wouldn't have come out as good as it did. And it also helps get the emotion up and the concentration up, because it builds up anger, actually, and you get more out of yourself. And he knew that, and he knew he was getting more out of me by doing that. So it was sort of like a game. You appreciate all the pain. I mean, you always dislike whatever the cause is of pain. You always resent it. So I resented Stanley at times because he pushed me, and it hurt. And I resented him for it. I thought, why do you want to do this to me? How can you do this to me? You agonize over it. And it's just the necessary turmoil to get out of it what you want out of it. I mean, we had the same end in mind. It was just that sometimes we differed in our means. And by the end, the means met. And I find I really respect him and really like him, both as a person and as a director. I mean, I'm amazed. He's taught me more than I've learned on all the other pictures I've done within 1 year's time on one picture.
So she's talked about it in both ways.
If you care about cinema at all, dude, like, I think as an actor, if you care about cinema at all, like, you can't, like, how do you regret a performance like that?
Right.
You know what I mean?
It's like a Black Swan performance.
Yeah, like even Heath Ledger, man. It's like, how do you, mental illness aside, you know what I mean? But like, how do you say, like, I would change that? You know what I mean?
Yeah, you made an iconic performance that will last several generations.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Each generation coming up finds this movie and regards it as a favorite.
Yeah.
Like, no matter what.
Yeah.
Like, so it's you know, we're not saying anything new. It's a fucking classic.
Yeah, it stands its fucking test of time easily.
Yeah.
The fucking snap zooms, Chris.
Snap zooms. The fucking, that stinger that's always on him too.
Oh, the fucking.
Yeah. Dude, he's a master of starting a shot with one composition and creeping for 5 minutes into a new composition
100%.
that is like even better.
Completely different. Yeah.
Fuck. Like the
king shit. It's just
just absolute king shit, dude.
Everybody pretty much acknowledges he's the man, and I still feel that underrates him.
The creeping score throughout the whole movie that's pretty unsettling and slowly gets more and more like bombastic and discordant.
And like, is there an ounce of fat on this fucking movie? It's 2 hours and almost 30 minutes. And we always talk about like movies need to be 90 minutes, and get the fuck out.
If the movie calls for it, I'm never against a longer movie.
There is not a single ounce of fat on this goddamn movie, dude. Back to front, front to back, and it's literally perfect.
I would say it's my third favorite Kubrick behind 2001 and Clockwork. But
really?
Yeah.
Behind Clockwork, really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
This is probably my favorite Kubrick, I think.
Yeah. It's just the mix of ultraviolence and Beethoven that is like comical in a sense that like changed the way I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like there are two movies that changed my DNA, and it's 2001 and Clockwork. 2001 is just the most existential fucking five-head movie out there, and then
Clockwork, you just idolize the main character.
yeah, it's like
Right.
Yeah,
what he
literally
does.
me.
Dude, he's literally me.
Yeah.
I
The old in out. Yeah.
the Alex the large ass in the flesh.
So how do we feel that like Scatman?
I'm a scat man.
His entire honestly, he's living his best life, not
straight
at the
chilling.
hotel.
Yeah.
He's straight chilling with his fucking art and just
He's got
fucking
big
watching.
tittied, big afroed photographs of women all over the place.
Yeah,
Hey,
he's just fucking
pretty cool.
chilling, watching TV, and then the horror in his face when he begins to shine, dude. God damn, that is horrifying.
In the creep zoom.
And the creep zoom on his face, and he's just like, ah,
Cut to Danny. Foaming at the mouth.
dude.
Yeah.
Fuck, that is so good, dude.
Yeah. Doesn't the elevator get cut in there too again?
I think
Yes.
so.
Yeah. They did that in 3 takes, by the way.
Wow.
Fucking.
I could have done it in one, but that's cool.
It took 9 days to reset every time they had to like.
Wow, because they had to repaint and shit, I'm sure.
Get all the blood out, but refill the elevator. It's like, and then they open it.
They're
Yeah.
at the top of the shaft, just pouring it in. Like fuck.
They're like, all right, call it.
Yeah.
Call it down. No, it's like.
Yeah, like how do they get it to not leak all over the fucking place?
I don't know. Like, there's got to be residual blood in the shafts of that whole
Yeah,
place. Like,
100%.
But it would leak out. You can see.
He had to kill all of the people to
Yeah.
get all that blood.
Yeah,
And
because
that's why the movie's cursed, as in the Room 237 documentary.
Yeah.
he
They just
Yes,
stacked
we know.
bodies in room 237.
yeah. As we
Body
know.
after body.
Yeah, Gazoon type.
Bless you.
Thank you.
Are you allergic to practical effects?
Yes.
Yeah. But yeah, I read something that it took a year to accomplish all 3 of those takes because of like, but like I don't.
We had to use real blood.
No, no, like the filming of the movie took a year and a little bit, almost over a year. So I don't know what they mean by that.
But it's a perfect place to film. It's a hotel. Everyone
Yeah.
can just stay
Yeah.
there.
And all the opulent ballrooms are already created.
Well, there's the hotel, but they also
The ballroom is in a different location, isn't
Is
it?
it?
It's a mix. So there was a studio in England where they rebuilt all the interiors so they could he could control everything.
An
So-
IKEA bookshelf. They're like, let's build a ballroom.
yeah. I mean, at one point it burned to the ground. Later in the schedule,
I know we hate the theories side of things, but do you think the elevator eyes are supposed to, or are they supposed to be eyes in the elevator shot?
I've never heard that.
no, I don't think so. I don't think that's
Really?
I don't think that's intentional. No.
But, however, the bear that he's laying on does oddly look like the same shape that the elevator eyes look like.
I don't think he had that level of control.
You got to check it out. Because that's the one theory that I was like, if true,
Big
that
if-
would
Big if true.
Yeah.
big if true. Because if the eyes are shaped like that, the bear's mouth is red, and like it's like
Maybe.
doing that
It's
face.
a little bit of an illusion. Yeah.
Maybe, yeah.
In future Chris, will
I've
cut
never
it in
even heard
here.
that theory.
It is it's really interesting if you think about it.
Yeah.
Big if true.
Big if true.
The fucking hedge maze, baby.
Oh, dude.
When he's looking over the hedge maze and then you see Shelley Duvall and Danny in the fucking maze, dude. Ah!
Yeah.
And it's like his devotion into insanity. And another cool touch.
That's it, dude. The stare during that.
the
scene.
stare.
Yeah.
But that was the only
The
special
Kubrick stare,
effects.
if you will.
Yeah, the Kubrick stare, iconic Kubrick stare.
If you will.
If you will. If you will. That was the only special effect in the whole movie.
God.
Wow.
The whole movie, everything else was shot practically.
Hi, sweetie.
Oh God, here we go.
Oh. She's fine. She's like, oh.
The only special effects shot in the film?
Yeah,
Visual effect shot?
they shot obviously the model, and then they recreated that small little part where they're walking in and shot it from a top of an apartment complex, and
Nice.
and just matted that in.
Fuck.
That's the only VFX shot in the whole movie.
It's incredible.
It looks
It's perfect.
phenomenal,
Yeah.
and it creep
Yeah.
zooms onto that shot. Fucking amazing.
Jesus.
And then his fucking stare. And then smash cut to like Tuesday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or it was like Thursday or something. But another cool detail about the title cards, like it started with like
The interview.
Yeah.
and then it was like Monday, Tuesday, and then it was 8 a.m., 4 p.m. So it's accelerating in like time of devotion.
Yeah.
Like I thought that was a cool like
Just
way
making
of
it
like
more erratic. And,
it was kind of
yeah.
funny though to smash cut to Tuesday, and it was like a big horse stinger on that.
Yeah.
and it was like, Doom. I
Oh,
was like,
shit,
oh
Tuesday.
shit, Tuesday, fucking terrifying.
Oh,
And
shit.
then the next big stinger. is whenever he's with Danny in the bedroom and he's like, "Come here, bud," and then he like sits on his lap and whatever.
No, when he goes in there and he just sees him sitting up doing nothing on the bed.
Yeah.
That's fucking unsettling.
One of the most iconic shots because you see him in the corner and then the mirror.
Yes.
Yeah.
And mirrors are used a lot in this movie to like show the other side.
Yeah.
Like the divulsion.
Yeah.
Like obviously Red Rum and Murder Backwards is spotted in the mirror. And then whenever you see someone
Red Rum is murder back.
did you guys know that?
That's a good theory.
I'm gonna put it on TikTok. Like, did you know
38 million views?
Number 11.
Number 13.
Did you know that in Stanley Kubrick's The Shining, Red Rum is actually murder barrel?
If you posted that just now, we'd get 100 million views.
We would instantly quit our jobs because we'd be fine.
Yep.
God, but fuck that. But yeah, I'd never do anything to hurt you.
Yeah.
Ever.
And that's I could see why people think there's a like incest sexual harassment or sexual
He's
molestation.
clearly an abusive father at the very least.
There are some allusions to it. He's like, he's a little boy that lives in my mouth, and he's always fucking like, "Ree." It's like, it could be, but I think the guy that created the theory is reaching quite a bit.
Yeah.
Well, and he kind of wants it to be that.
Be deeper than
I mean,
it
if
is.
you posit that, then you're really hoping other people latch onto it. You know?
Well, also when you go in with a theory, you get confirmation bias.
Exactly.
So you go, oh, that supports my narrative, and you ignore everything that doesn't
You see
support
the
it.
bears in the painting, and then the bears later, and then a similar painting where it's naked boys, and then
Yeah.
If you watch that YouTube video, because I had to, just because I was like, this is such a fucking silly thing.
Yeah.
There are some things that it's like, okay,
I can
arguable,
see how you got there.
arguable,
Yeah.
but I feel like you want it to be this way.
Yes.
Sure. Yeah.
Did you know?
Did you fucking know?
Did you know that the Danny Lloyd, this little thing was his idea?
Really?
The child actor's idea. He did that in the audition.
It's something a child would do.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah. And apparently that's future Danny channeling back to past Danny in the books, and like that's like Danny's not here right now. That's future Danny talking.
Okay.
But whatever.
I don't give a fuck about the book.
Yeah.
I gotta be
Whatever.
honest, I don't give
Fucking
a
Dr.
fuck.
Sleep.
Most of the tracking shots were done in a wheelchair Steadicam rig that was Kubrick invented with Gary Brown.
That's cool.
That's cool.
I mean, Gary Brown invented the Steadicam, but most of the shots, they experimented with all kinds of different vehicles that they could get around inside the hotel in a small area, and they ended up on a wheelchair.
I love that.
Which is really cool.
Well, the fact, dude, like Danny riding around in his little fucking big wheel throughout the hotel, and the sound
The
design.
sound is what makes that.
Yes.
Because it's not music over it. It's the fucking.
Yeah.
And then he hits the carpet. Yeah.
Oh, God.
You know, they talked about that in the commentary. He's like, so my rubber wheels were silent, but his plastic wheels made all the noise. And the omnidirectional microphone was sitting on the Steadicam, and we were just following him very low to the ground. And all that captured is what it is.
It being low to the ground as it is what makes
That's
those
what makes
shots.
it.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah. You feel like vulnerable and like it's such a massive space.
And when he finally sees the twins, the delivery of that, let's fucking go, baby.
Yeah, fucking iconic.
Amazing, yeah. Dude, there's so much lens nerdism in that commentary that you guys would love, where it's like,
let's fucking go.
Like the way he rounded corners and the stuff he had to do, it's so fucking cool. I mean, the guy that invented the Steadicam was like...
it's insane.
Yeah, yeah.
So, Chris, don't you think the script was unnecessary and wrong for using the N-word?
I don't remember it. I
The
watched it with...
cook, whenever the ghost of...
Yeah. So you hate this movie then, right? Because
What?
it used the N-word?
When? I forget.
When
So
he,
it's-
the
I watched
ghost-
it with commentary
He's in
last
the
night.
bathroom with Jack Nicholson, and the ghost is like, "Your boy is communicating with a blank."
Oh, I remember that now.
Blank.
Yeah, so how unnecessary and wrong that is for them to use that.
It's motivated of the time. It's an evil spirit.
Huh. Motivated of the time.
The guy, the ghost is...
Interesting from the guy that just watched True Romance and was like, fuck this movie entirely. What a piece of shit. Unnecessary script. Awful movie. We'll never watch again. I'll never own it on a fucking steelbook.
What was
You
the
did say all
motivation?
that.
What was the motivation for him saying it in True Romance?
He's a fucking racist piece of shit.
That it makes it actually when the evil spirit from
Am I wrong?
You are speaking facts, sir.
Facts, baby.
I don't.
So with your thoughts in mind and the way you think,
Racistly, might I add.
this script would be unnecessary and wrong, correct?
It felt
because
motivated.
of your blanket fucking statement, right? You can never use that word in film ever.
That's not what I said.
That's
not what I said.
Fucking dude.
I'm looking at true romance in the context of all of Tarantino's scripts. That's different. If you do this, you're racist.
It felt pretty unnecessary in terms of the
it's
film.
jarring to hear that out of nowhere in the middle of the movie. I'd say it's probably the only.
I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
why would they even say that?
I mean, he is a man that killed his entire family, and
but he's also from the past. It's like earlier.
Yeah, but 1970.
But it's like it really didn't need to be in there.
I agree.
Genuinely did not.
I assumed it was like a conjunction of all like the evil spirits in the hotel, like for hundreds of years. That's what I assumed. Where
I always saw him as himself,
the last caretaker.
Yeah,
could be.
So it didn't bother you at all. Cool.
Yeah, so you're like, I don't care.
Yeah, I was when I saw it, I was like, woo! There it is.
Speaking of wrong people,
go on.
Yes,
we have some wrong people for you.
Christ.
Oh god!
Is
All
there
right.
TikTok comments?
These are Rotten Tomatoes reviews, baby. You ready?
Yeah, I'm like preparing myself to get mad.
Can't we put ourselves on Rotten Tomatoes since we are technically a review entity?
Shut up.
We're gonna 5-star. Let's 100% Shrek first of all.
I mean, yeah.
I mean, we could. John Bronson of Starburst says Kubrick doesn't really seem interested in The Shining or in the hotel's supernatural forces generally. The result is a movie fatally flawed artistically.
Right.
Okay, Candy Guy.
Most people would disagree.
Wow, that's a very mature way to look at it.
And how do you actually feel?
I would say objectively, a lot of people disagree with that,
Yeah?
including me.
Yeah.
Well.
What a fucking clown. Artistically, this guy has like...
He works for Starburst. What the fuck are you saying?
All right, how about this, though? David Denby of New York Magazine.
Oh, shit. I mean,
That's a big one.
The magazine of
New
New
York or the New Yorker? Because I know New Yorker is very big.
The New York Magazine.
Alrighty.
That's what
Let's
it is.
hear it.
Yep.
There are a few terrific thrills and some eerie moments of dislocation that only Kubrick could achieve. But most of the movie is unfelt, unscary, and bizarrely heavy-handed. It's the first pompous haunted house movie.
I mean, the first part I agree with. Everything else, no.
Yeah.
Just simply no.
Fucking no.
Yeah.
This man is going to fade into obscurity. I mean, he was already obscure. I didn't know who he was.
This is the first mention of him in 30 years.
yeah,
He writes for the New York Magazine, dude.
Oh, yeah. He's credible then. You're right.
David Sturrett of Christian Science Monitor.
Oh, perfect. This is exactly the audience that Kubrick wanted.
Christian Science Monitor.
Christian Science Monitor.
Like,
You ready
when
for this?
humans lived with the dinosaurs, I don't think that they envisioned this type of movie.
What a picture that could have been. A modern ghost yarn with an excellent cast directed by a master technician. Yet the result is a bore, sometimes gratuitously violent and lacking logic as well as chills.
Overall, not as good as the Bible. What do you? Also, aren't ghosts like your thing in Christianity?
Yeah.
Isn't there like a Holy Ghost?
Does he prefer the miniseries directed by Stephen King?
I'm sure he does.
Yeah.
Because, it's more artistic overall.
Cuts him Morbius 5 stars. Holy shit.
Wow, this is big, guys. We did it. Scorsese's himself.
Yep.
All right. Bill Newcott for Movies for the Rest of Us.
Pick a fucking... What are you
Here's
doing
the problem.
with your title?
Right off the bat, the rest of us is the people that liked this movie. There's this guy, and then there's the rest of us, actually.
This review is... this is an archived review. This is from 1980.
Okay.
All right.
Most critics didn't like it when it came out.
Aside from an occasional flash of brilliance, it is tedious and the fatal blow not at all scary.
tedious. Okay. Aside from the strokes of brilliance, it has,
he makes that concession.
Yeah, he's like,
I acknowledge he's a genius.
Aside that he's a master artist creating a masterpiece, I was bored.
Yeah.
I don't like masterpieces.
Yeah.
I don't like strokes of brilliance.
The score is 2 out of 5.
Wow.
Bet. Dr. Sleep 5. Holy shit.
Holy fucking shit. When the lady put on the yoga pants and floated in the sky, and then I wanted to I was horny.
And then she did the stair thing when she was on the stairs, and she's like,
they recasted it, and then...
And she has pretty freckles, and I want to make her my wife.
Yeah. Remember when... Remember when they basically ate a child's fear and killed a kid? That was actually pretty intense. But like, imagine Kubrick doing that instead. What it was known as one of the scariest.
I could see him being like, no. You know what I mean? Like,
well, it would be bigger. It would be like metaphorical. It would be subliminal.
Yeah.
It would be like you wouldn't see 5 people crowded around a child stabbing him and sucking fear out of their lungs, like visibly. Like there's gas coming out of the kid's mouth and they're eating his shining, right? That's what they were doing in the Dr. Sleep. Can you imagine, like, why it's so literal? It's 2010 of 2001.
Yeah.
It's fucking fart out my ass.
Shouts to Mike Flanagan.
Yeah, he's good otherwise. It's just like, why?
I want to see his take on Human Centipede.
Yeah, I would love to see that.
I'm cutting to the end real quick. The final shot of the picture, in the ballroom.
Sure.
Chris, do you think he's doing the Baphomet sign?
Huh?
No.
Is he?
No, I think he's just going, hey.
Hey, you motherfucker.
He's quite literally doing the Baphomet.
We'll cut to it, but I don't think so.
You don't think so?
I think he's just sort of
so you think Kubrick was like, all right, so when you take this photo, Jack, could you do the Baphomet? He's like, the what? The the goat head Satan?
Look at this Goya painting, be this.
Yeah.
It's a very unique stance. I mean, I don't know why else he would be
he could have
like
been
that.
in the middle of a series of motions, and that was the...
It looks like it... Oh, come on. That's not... His hand, it's not... He's not even pointing. Like, it's not doing... He's not doing it. It to me, he's just like... I love that the caption on this is, Jack posing like Baphomet, like everything Stanley Kubrick did, not a coincidence. Cut to Leon, his assistant, going, yeah, that's gibberish.
Yeah, no, he just did that.
Are you out of your fucking mind?
Yeah.
Hey, man, did you direct Room 237? Because...
I don't know. I think it's a very... I don't know.
Nah.
It's a cool coincidence if so.
Big if true. But I don't think...
You don't think so?
I don't think so. Like, to tell Jack Nicholson to pose
all
like
of a sudden make a satanic tie-in at the very final frame.
No, it's just haunted, cursed, whatever. It's most definitely a coincidence. It's the first comment. Blah, 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 blah. Anyways, yeah, the Baphomet thing is like 2 up, 2 down with a thumb out, and he's just going like this, like party. Like that's what the vibe is to me.
That's what you do at a party?
Yeah, that's how I party.
When I party with flappers,
yeah,
that's what I do.
Anytime
I just go fuck it.
Every time I pose, like 1, 2, 3, I'm like, hey.
Dude, that's how I'm posing now for every
100%.
photo ever.
You're throwing up the Baphomet.
I'm gonna
do every single time. And then 30 years from now, every photo of you is going to be that,
Like,
and someone's
why-
going to go,
Holy shit, he's Baphomet.
like everything Josh did, not a coincidence.
He's Elphael.
I don't feel great about it. I'll just take the bullets out. No bullets.
Yeah,
No, yeah.
that's safer. So all the fake snow, the stuff falling was styrofoam, and then all of this like other mounds of stuff was salt.
Fuck.
So even like there was 900 tons of salt used in this movie.
Jesus.
So like when it's like up against the window and the building and all that, 900 tons, dude. It's insane.
That's nuts.
Like in the ballroom where he's like throwing the tennis ball and all that stuff. Like that's not natural light. All those lights outside, like
Those are big fucking window lights.
huge fucking soft panel lights.
Jesus.
They I forget the wattage, but I remember reading something that was like hundreds of thousands of watts or something crazy.
Back to the fucking the theory real quick.
Yeah.
The fucking
Back to the Baphomet.
All right.
No. The Danny theory.
Yeah.
I thought this is so fucking stupid. He's like, right after the scene where he molests Danny, supposedly Wednesday.
That's why it had a stinger.
He was so guilty that when he's walking through the hallway, every time he passes a mirror, he can't look at himself. So he does like a "Wah!"
That's dumb.
Huh?
Yeah.
No.
Because you always look at a mirror when you pass it.
Exactly.
Right.
No, that's so stupid.
So every time he passes a mirror, he goes, "Wah!"
That is such a fucking reach.
I was like,
Who
what?
the fuck? Yeah.
Are you out of your fucking mind?
Fuck
He's
you.
just Jack Nicholson being Jack Nicholson. It's just a performance. It's
Yeah.
not fucking
But he happened to fucking
so dumb.
every time he passes by a mirror, he goes, "Wah!"
Excellent. Yeah, proves your point.
"Wah!"
You are correct.
Imagine asking somebody, hey, what makes you think Jack Nicholson molested Danny in The Shining? He's like, well, when he walks past
I'm
the
glad
mirrors.
you asked me. I've been holding on to this for years.
Yeah. He goes, hoo-ah, every time he walks past the fucking mirror. What
Pulls
are you
an Al
talking
Pacino.
about? Shut the fuck up.
Are you out of your fucking...
Cut to a 2-hour documentary made by real people with real money involved, with real fucking release on Amazon Prime. You could actually fucking watch. Fucking stupid. Hey, there was a one shot where they were touring the grounds. They moved an entire mound of they built a mound, put a few pine trees in it. It's like a 2-second shot from the hedge dollying over when they were first touring the grounds to hide a residential neighborhood behind. If you see the shot, you're like, they built that whole fucking hill for 2 seconds.
Holy shit.
Dude, just shoot it on a tighter lens. Kubrick's like, nah, I want it to be
Absolutely fucking
no,
not.
build a hill.
Yeah.
Love it.
And you can tell when you look at the hill really closely, there's they look like tiny little pins of pine trees that they just threw there and hope they stood up,
Yeah.
It looks like shit if you pay attention to it, but it's in the
If you
background.
Yeah. Freeze frame that. Yeah.
But it's just they built that hill for that.
You know when you have
2-second
to
shot.
make a hill.
You just
Yeah.
make a hill.
When you have to make a hill.
terraform for your
We have to
fucking-
make a hill in a day.
Imagine being on this production it went 6 months over schedule, by the way. So it was almost a year. It was supposed to be done in 6 months. Went 6 months over
Hey, if
schedule.
I'm getting paid, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, maybe you get all the hourly. You're like, yeah, that's work for another 6 months. But imagine going through all these takes and all these long days and long hours and late nights and getting basically used and abused by Stanley Kubrick for that long, and then everybody goes, "What a genius!"
Yeah.
That would fucking suck. I being the dude that had to shovel that hill.
Yeah, that would
Being
fucking suck.
Oh, you're such a genius, huh?
It's like being the guy that makes Teslas, and then everyone
Yes.
goes, Elon Musk is such a genius.
Yes, exactly.
Except Stanley Kubrick actually is a genius.
He is though. Yeah.
Facts.
One of the only shots done in 1 to 2 takes only was the scene where she runs into the ballroom when Jack's having a nightmare and he falls to the ground. That was only done in 1 or 2 takes.
Dude.
That was one of the only ones done in that short of time. And he said, I don't know why he was satisfied, but we just moved on.
That's
Weird.
awesome.
Yeah.
It was in the
He's like,
commentary.
thank God, I guess.
Yeah. But
God,
you're a fucking perfectionist when it's notable that you move on.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
And that's got to give you a little bit of confidence boost whenever you do something in 3 takes with Stanley Kubrick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They said that between every take there would be a 3-minute argument about the placement of the camera's crosshairs, in the viewfinder. So it would be, yeah. I mean, dude, in the scene where
But he's so meticulous about it.
Yeah.
he is, but
There's a reason behind it. It's
Yeah.
he's not just being an asshole to be an asshole.
Right.
It's like when you see the result of
He's
the film,
got a
you're
vision.
like,
Yeah.
oh.
yeah. He's uncompromising. He's like,
making-
we're gonna be here till it's perfect.
I love those people in theory, in stories, and in all of that. But it's like if I had to work for the guy,
I would die.
I would eat my own penis off.
Exactly. That's what I was trying to say. Where it's like we regard him as such a master genius, and but imagine being the camera operator that had gone up flights of dude. This Steadicam operator, Gary Brown, climbed the length of the Empire State Building while with a 50 or 60 pound Steadicam when he was shooting Shelley Duvall going through, seeing the apparitions, and she's going up the stairs and it's going backwards. He did it so many times that
his legs exploded.
Well, he said he did the math. He said he did the math, and that was the Empire State Building amount of flights of stairs. But basically, he said he could keep doing it because in between each 2-minute take, there was a 5-minute argument.
Wow.
So he said he got a rest period. So he's like, it wasn't that bad. But he was like, I was astonished at how much I did.
Yeah.
Wow.
Fucking unreal. His quads are fucking
unreal.
I know.
An unreal amount of reels, I bet.
Yeah. All film too. God, thank God he died before digital. Jesus Christ.
I was just waiting for you to notice me.
What?
You said an unreal amount of reels, and I went,
Oh shit.
Dude, the first sip of alcohol Jack takes,
Oh man, it looks so good.
The clinkiness of the ice.
it made me want to drink so bad.
That whole fucking scene, dude, is just master shit, king shit, top shit, dude.
Yeah.
That's the best. That's fucking cinema, bro.
Yeah. Oh, hey, Lloyd. Cut to the wide of just a bartender there. You're just like, what?
Yeah, you're like, oh shit's about to go down.
That's when you're leaning
he's
forward.
Like,
Exactly.
Slow night, isn't it? Cut to apparition. Like, fuck, dude.
Yeah.
The whole
How's my
conversation
credit
too.
here?
Yeah. The whole
Yeah.
conversation too is hypnotizing.
Yeah.
The way he's
Yeah.
just like, 1 single pound of horse more. Like that performance, the
Yeah.
long take of it was just like chef's kiss. Like
Dude.
Jack Nicholson was just amazing there.
Fucking murdered it, dude. He red rummed it.
Oh shit.
And then it's interrupted by Shelley Duvall coming in saying, "Oh, someone is in the hotel with us."
Are you out of your fucking mind?
One of my favorite lines ever. The way he's like kind of drunk and just like,
Yeah.
just the way
Just
that
already done with his wife's shit.
Yeah.
One drink into like
he's all worked up from talking about her already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then she comes in and
The old sperm bank upstairs.
Dude, I forgot about that line. He said it, and I was like, "Holy shit!"
yeah, just the hysterics. She comes in and like, and he's like, "What room was it?" And then it smash cuts to a newscast. You're like, "Oh, come on!" Like
Yeah.
I remember the first time seeing this, being like, "Let's go, room 237." Like, what's gonna happen in there?
Yeah.
That was probably the most suspenseful horror moment ever in room 2. Like when he goes in,
Yeah.
and
Oh,
it's
yeah.
and it's a first person camera.
And you just have to wait to see
Like
And the color of the room, dude.
Yes.
The way it's designed, the carpet, it's a purple and black. And,
such bold colors always with Kubrick.
oh god, dude, it's just that's cinema, baby.
yeah. I mean, with the bathroom, it's like fucking crimson.
The red bathroom,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's cinema, baby.
That was like the suspense of like there's someone in the tub and you can't see. Like they're just
And then she slowly,
dude.
and then
you're
like,
And then he's like, I'll immediately cheat on my wife.
Yeah.
dude, the immediate smile on his face where he's like afraid, and then like it's a naked woman. He's like, oh,
Yeah.
hey.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
But then the horror whenever he realizes the reflection in the mirror, and
He's
he
like,
starts backing.
"Oh, she's
Ah.
Yeah.
One of my favorite scenes, totally underlooked, is when he's like having that terrible nightmare and he's screaming while his fucking head is on the
Yeah.
ah,
He-
ah. I fucking love that. That's the most Jack Nicholson take in the movie.
Yeah.
Is that
Yeah, for sure.
when he's screaming? Ah.
Yeah. And then he goes to the room, sees the old woman, like runs in fear, and then he goes back to his wife. And he's like, "Nope, nothing was there. I don't know what you're talking about."
I don't know.
Just fucking gaslights the fuck
got
out
a
of her
fat
immediately.
nut though. Gunked. It's the most obscene way I can
Yeah.
say that.
I gunked.
I gunked on her.
That's so bad.
Oh shit.
Dude, once he sprains his ankle, the way he hobbles around like Sasquatch is iconic. Isn't it weird how you can recognize like
Yeah.
that in the axe, the hunched over thing? You can see a silhouette of it and know.
That steelbook where he's like hunched over like that.
Yeah, it's like this one, right?
Yes. Yes. Fuck yeah.
That's
Iconic.
yeah. It's just
And
iconic.
like how it's used in the hedge maze when it's snowing and he's
Limping around,
around.
Yeah. We're jumping around so much, but basically the bat scene, he gets bonked. He gets a cinema bonk.
Yeah.
He falls down the stairs and he meets a fate similar to Hal in 2001, where he's like, they get incapacitated and they start to like, oh, he has a head injury and Hal's being taken apart, right? But like they start to beg and plead and manipulate. They're like, they both are sort of like,
Yeah.
Wendy, no, don't do it. I need a doctor. And then he's like, Dave, I'm feeling my memories go, Dave. I don't feel so good.
Yeah.
It reminded me so much. I was like, oh shit, the villain is devolving in the same way.
Yeah.
And like pleading
It's using
and begging.
every tactic. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like pleading and begging and but
It
yeah,
reminds me of I'm sure Ex Machina took some cues from that, but how the entire like the crux of Ex Machina was the manipulation aspect.
yeah, exactly. Like her learning to manipulate. The man, Dick Calls, the guy that like owns a garage or something.
Yeah, the mechanic, I guess.
Yeah, he calls that actor is actually a really good chess player. He brought a chessboard to set, hoping like someone would play with him, and Kubrick shut down filming for a day to fucking play chess with him.
Jesus Christ.
He beat him one time.
I was gonna say, imagine he shuts it down and Kubrick just never wins.
Yeah, no, he won all day except for once, and apparently cast and crew who probably have a bit of a grudge towards Kubrick at this point, celebrated it, and apparently he was pretty upset.
I bet. Yeah,
it was like, you can't beat me, like they beat him once, but he at the end he thanked him because he was like, I haven't had like a good chess competition. Like he's like, he bodies everybody, I'm sure.
Yeah.
So like someone came on and could actually play chess. He was like, dude, like we're the adversary. Thank you for coming. Like,
gone too soon, man. I can't imagine Stanley Kubrick's Twitch page at this point.
Dude,
his Twitch channel.
His Twitch channel, yeah. He would definitely have a Twitch channel for sure.
Did you see that recent?
He'd be a YouTuber.
Modern Warfare, like, oh fucking shit.
What's up, guys? Sorry.
What's up, guys?
Be sure to like and subscribe.
Have you seen that recent chess scandal that happened?
Yeah,
dude.
It's it's wild.
Fucking great. A buzzer in his asshole.
That's one of the theories. Yeah. That's stupid though.
Pretty cool.
Pretty neat.
Pretty cool guy.
Pretty neato.
Shout out to butt stuff.
Shout out to prostate milking.
Jesus.
It's right there.
That's
That's your prostate milk. Oh god.
Kubrick's secretary spent literal months typing up all work and no play what makes Jack a dull boy. Those are all real copies.
I was gonna say, when you see those papers, I can only imagine the misery of whoever typed those up.
They're all real because you never knew which one Shelley would grab.
Right.
So the stacks and spares all had to be made. So she spent months typing all that up.
She's like, can I copy them? He's like, no.
Quite literally like going insane like Jack Torrance typing up all work and no play. Like,
seems pretty easy to me.
Yeah.
Just do it in your free time, you fucking lazy bitch.
Good point.
Fucking idiot.
Cut to her like,
I'm going crazy. I'm being abused.
Yeah.
Do your job.
All three of us are like, God, I hate my fucking job.
Yeah, for real.
Hey, but you know.
Yeah.
Imagine doing the elevator scene, for example, and he'd be like, nah, reset back to 1.
Yeah.
and someone just like with a mop like,
see you in 9 fucking days, dude.
Yeah, all
Starting
right.
out the elevator like the fucking well in the ring.
Yeah. Apparently, every time they did a take of that, Kubrick couldn't watch because there's so much blood and like, well, it was.
I actually can't look at blood, guys.
No, it was. It made him too anxious. He was like, so much preparation went into every take. He would call action and walk off. Is what they said. The 4 cameras shooting at 4 different lenses.
What a little bitch, dude.
Honestly, weak.
How could you? Honestly, how could you not watch? Like,
Yeah.
damn. But yeah, apparently he was happy once he saw the.
But the way all the furniture like just comes spilling out. Oh shit!
They didn't expect that, by the way. Like the power.
accident.
Yeah, the power of the
Performance
blood.
issues, guys.
Oh no,
Taking
you gotta
over.
get it up.
Done.
Twist the.
This never happens to, right?
Yeah.
It's the knob right.
Oh, it's that.
That one, yeah.
Get your knob up.
Blue Chew sponsor the podcast.
Shout
Yeah.
out Blue
So
Chew.
then that doesn't.
Don't
happen
take it
again.
if you don't need it. You'll fucking kill yourself.
Really?
Yeah, it's really bad for your heart.
Oh. So the set they shot on the big studio, because it went so over schedule, Raiders of the Lost Ark and Empire Strikes Back had to wait for Kubrick to be done
Hey,
to
fuck you.
to shoot in that studio.
Eat a fucking dick.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm Stanley Kubrick.
but it's also funny that it's
I
like,
wonder how often he said that. How many times do you think he's ever said that?
dude, apparently he was very like negotiation wise. He was very diligent in his contract stuff. So
believe that.
So when stuff would happen, he'd be like, no. Like he would call them and point to fine print to studios and
Yeah.
shit. For example, the studio burned down at one point late in production. And they were like, okay, well, you can make do. And he's like, no, look at my
You can
contract.
make do.
Yeah, he's like, look at my contract. You were obligated to build me a set, even if I have to a few close-ups to shoot.
Get fucking nutted on studios.
For real though. And so they had to rebuild the ballroom.
Can you
It burnt
imagine
down once.
the size of the dopamine hit he got whenever he successfully bullied a studio into making a set for a 1 frame?
Yeah.
I mean, God.
Hardest shit ever of all time.
Apparently when the stage burned down, he was actually
He's like, oh yeah, I can't wait to make the studio pay for this.
No, he
He lit it on fire.
maybe.
He got the insurance money.
Yeah.
You know what's funny is people said that he wasn't anxious or upset about it at all. He seemed relieved that he had more time,
Nice.
That's fucking awesome.
which is kind of cool.
He set the fire, clearly.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
We're not saying it, but we're saying it. We have more evidence to that than they do that this movie is about Native Americans.
But the moon landing is undisputable.
That is true.
That's a fact. I mean, he practiced with 2001, so
It's a fact.
rear projection, dude, easy. the axe from The Shining had a really interesting journey. So at the end of production, they did, like an auction. Basically, they just auction off props and shit.
Mm-hmm.
One of the crew members bought it for $10 just to use it practically. So it was a real axe.
Wow.
There was fake axes for different scenes like the maze and stuff, not as heavy, etc. But the real axe busting down a door.
The guy was just like, I would like an axe.
Yeah,
I have firewood to chop. I need it. Yeah.
So he bought the axe and he chopped wood with it for like a couple decades. It stayed in the shed, all that.
Did someone recover it?
Someone recovered it.
Whoa.
It made its way to like a prop guy that collects famous movie stuff. He found, it came into someone's possession and someone tipped him off and he was like, I'll be right there.
Yeah.
He got the Shining axe, the hero axe. It sold at an auction after that for $208,000. He kept it for a little while, but then, he was just like, yeah, my time with it's gone. I don't keep everything forever. He's
super
just
cool.
Yeah, he's just like, and he sold it for $208,000 in 2019, which is crazy.
I'd love to sell a block of wood for $200,000.
Yeah. But imagine that is the most iconic axe of all time.
100%.
Name a more iconic axe.
George Washington's cherry tree axe.
Yeah,
obviously.
I was gonna say Lord of the Rings, fucking
Gene Simmons
Gimli's
axe base.
Gene Simmons axe base. I have one of those.
More than The Shining? I don't think so.
Arguable.
Are you in the Kiss Army? Exactly. Shut the fuck up.
There was another spare
Alex,
axe.
I'm like, fuck yeah, dude.
Kiss Army, let's go.
Let's fucking go, BB.
There was another spare axe taken home by a producer in Kubrick's brother-in-law, and it just sat in the guy's garage for a while, and his wife threw it out.
Ugh.
So one of the spare axes was just thrown out in the trash.
The old sperm bank threw it out, eh?
Yeah.
Cut to, are you out of your fucking mind?
Yeah, exactly.
That's genuinely, I think that would warrant that reaction.
Yeah.
Yeah. That sucks. But speaking of the axe scene, the most iconic, like, here's Johnny, one of the couple most iconic frames ever in history. Jack in the door and her.
The axe through the door with her like,
yeah.
Dude, and that too, though, the shots of her reaction shots throughout the entire film, fucking iconic, dude. Just her face.
But imagine doing that for 6 months. She's mostly reacting manically, right? Like, just hysterics.
She's like, well, I gotta practice.
She ran out of tears. She was dehydrated. She would collapse. Her hair was falling out. There's footage of her in the documentary, like people fanning her, and she's like on the ground.
Poor girl.
I know. Great performance though.
Fucking worth it.
That's nothing. I once forgot my tuba at a marching band show.
That's a whiplash.
Imagine that stress.
Yeah. You forgot your tuba. It's the biggest thing. It's the only thing you need.
No, let me explain.
Okay.
I didn't forget the tuba. The trumpets were responsible for loading the thing, and they simply didn't load my tuba.
Got it. Their fault.
And then I had to go up to the director.
Never take responsibility for anything new, Alex.
Here's the thing. It is their responsibility.
Your tuba was their responsibility. Got it.
Yes, that week. That's how that works.
that week. Back to the shot in the door, though. The camera operator was on the other side of that with no protection, nothing. This was before
swinging at your face.
Yeah, now the operator said, now if you do that shot, full body armor, you have to have this, you have to have that, all this legal stuff, all these.
I mean,
imagine if you're filming and then goosh right in the shoulder.
He's handheld. He had to stay still.
That's awesome.
So as he said the axe was coming through the door, splinters of wood shooting into his face. The axe, not knowing where each swing would hit, coming through the door, millimeters away from his camera and him, and he couldn't flinch. I thought that's so
awesome.
and he captured one of the most iconic shots in history.
Yeah.
Like, that's so fucking cool.
It's like worth it.
Yeah.
Even if he got stabbed.
Yeah,
worth it.
It's funny, like in the commentary, he was like, yeah, making movies back then, they were just a little more lenient on safety.
A little bit.
Yeah, a little bit.
Cut to John Landis.
Nope, not going to do that. Well, put it on YouTube.
It exemplifies my point.
Go to jail forever, you piece of shit.
I mean, yeah.
Yep.
But he made the Kentucky Fried Movie.
No, he can fucking eat shit forever and die.
Whenever the hand finally reaches through to open the door, once the thing is open, the hand that hits it with the knife and the fake blood, like when she swings, that's actually Stanley Kubrick.
Oh, wow.
Hitting Jack Nicholson with like a prop.
It's like a big hairy fucking hand.
Yeah.
You watch it frame by frame, you can't tell, but it's Kubrick hitting Jack Nicholson's hand with a fake knife, which is I thought was kind of fun.
He actually stabbed him.
Yep. He's a fan of practical effects. So.
Wham, my hand's bleeding. Shut up.
Yeah. Then we get to the maze scene. One thing that bugged me is you can't see their breath, but it's like, whatever, you know.
Who fucking cares?
I know.
It's just perfect, dude.
It is
still
great.
perfect.
God, the wide angle shots and the tracking shots are just so fucking iconic.
And
they're
it's
silhouetted the whole time.
Also,
just,
like a callback to like Danny's wheeling around the hotel hallways and stuff.
that, but also the maze being an allusion to like what a brain looks like and the insanity, the loss of it, and then they're weaving through the insanity. It's just like
awesome.
it's all just plays into that metaphor.
Sorry you're bored, Josh.
Ugh.
He's got narcolepsy.
That's true. He's Mr. Bean in Rat Race.
I'm so ready for fucking spooky season to be over for this goddamn shit to get out of my fucking head.
Yeah,
my fucking head.
The fucking spooky spider webs. I think it's a good look, dude.
I like it.
I lean in.
It's
Lean
kind of
into
Barry
it.
Lyndon-y.
I look like it's
Yeah,
Barry
it's
Lyndon.
the
I look like
Kubrick
fucking
episode.
Abraham Lincoln
Yep.
or
Abraham Lincoln.
George
what?
Washington. Fuck.
It just gets worse.
Holy shit.
Like the more you pull it,
All right. What if I stuff it?
it exists out of spite. All right. It's just getting worse.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Quit fucking with them.
It's just getting more.
I mean, this
worse.
is the last episode with this.
Yeah,
so
fuck it. Who cares?
if
Almost
anything,
done.
You could light it on fire.
Speaking of spooky, Kubrick turned down doing The Exorcist and Exorcist 2.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow.
kind of fun fact.
That's pretty cool.
He would have been great at both.
When Jack Nicholson finally dies, that's a mannequin. Can you believe that?
What?
Yeah.
You
That's-
mean when he's frozen?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
a lifelike mannequin.
Holy shit, that looks amazing.
I know. Yeah,
I thought that was him that whole fucking time.
me too.
Wow.
For years, I was like, "Oh, that's definitely Jack Nicholson." No, that's a mannequin. Nailing it. That's
Yeah.
yeah.
Is that
good.
it?
That was good.
Let's see yours.
Put the teeth out a little bit more. Yeah, that's yeah. There you go.
There you go.
We're nailing it. Throwing the ball in the hotel room, in the hotel ball room, whatever. I'm so tired. That was Jack Nicholson's idea.
Nice.
The script just says he's not working.
Chris
and
is just going through his last.
Yeah.
I'm running on fumes.
That's a genius idea, Jack. Throwing a ball.
yeah. Wow, the method.
He
acting.
probably was just bored. He's like, what if I threw a ball at the wall?
Yeah.
Like-
Yeah. This is something I've never really believed, but this is one of those trivia things that just kind of just sounds like bullshit
Let's
right off the
hear
way.
it.
To get Jack Nicholson in the right agitated mood, he was fed only cheese sandwiches for 2 weeks, which he hates.
You've told us that.
Yeah, I think that's bullshit.
That's bullshit.
yeah.
He would have been like,
There's no mention of that.
no, I'm Jack Nicholson. You're
Yeah.
going to get me a fucking sandwich.
In the
I was in
documentary,
Chinatown.
in the documentary, you can see him ordering rice and noodles.
Oh.
So I don't know. It's just
Rice and noodles? What a fucking monster.
He says or.
oh.
Cook a little rice with it or something, will you? Something, either rice or noodles. Okay, Timmy. I'll talk to you later. Bye. Why do you have to know about my rice and noodles?
Since Kubrick lived in England, he wasn't even familiar with the improvised line "Here's Johnny." He had no idea who the Tonight Show was and Johnny Carson and all that. So he almost didn't use that take.
Oh.
He's like, who the fuck is Johnny?
Yeah.
Your name is Jack.
You not remember your name?
And it's
all
his
I
actual
got.
name. Danny is Danny's name.
Yeah.
Jack is Jack's name.
Yeah.
Shelley Duvall.
Wendy
Wendy. She got shafted with
Yeah.
was a bad actor. Actress.
He's like, you cried
saying
too much.
Imagine saying, dude, that would suck to give that type of performance, that traumatizing hellscape you go through, and then for everybody to go, wow, that's a bad performance.
Oh my god.
It's a good performance.
Yeah. One of the greatest of all time.
I would agree.
I mean, yeah. Top 5 Scream Queen performances easy.
Dude, like her screaming in the doorway is one of the most iconic frames in cinema history.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah.
Don't
Oh,
reshoot it, Mike Flanagan.
Topped only by Jennifer Love Hewitt in I Still Know What You Did Last Night.
Yes, true.
Do you hear me? If you want me bad, come and get me. I'm right here.
I still know what you did last summer, right?
Yeah.
That's
in
what he
the,
said.
in the
Yeah.
cemetery? Okay.
Yeah, where it's raining. And she has one button on it. Yeah.
Just one
I know
button.
the one.
Only need one button.
I'm well aware.
The fact that, yeah, she's just fucking incredible. The blue sweater. It's just so fucking iconic. And the fact that Mike Flanagan recasted Jack Nicholson and Shelley Duvall
How dare you?
with like a
Why do
prettier
it?
Shelley Duvall. You know what I mean? Like,
It's just
didn't even
bit-
look
More
like her.
conventionally
No,
appro-
th-
yeah.
they casted Snyder versions of them.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
they hottified it, you know? Like always like just have to Hollywood it and hotify it. Like it just the fact that they even did that, it would have been so much better if everything was just alluded to and you never saw
100%.
those frames again.
It would make it have a more sense of like mysticism and
Yes.
like legendary status.
It would,
you
you know what it would do? It would actually respect that movie.
I mean, yeah.
To do that and reshoot those frames is fucking disrespectful to the classic. That's what I think, genuinely.
You know what did do a good job? Ready Player One.
Still haven't seen that, to be honest.
When they referenced The
with
Shining.
King Kong.
Yeah, but they reference The Shining. They're in the Overlook Hotel. It's a big, scary sequence.
Didn't they use the same footage though?
They use the same footage. That's what I'm saying.
That's fair.
They did it better. Like
that's at least like
the only shitty part is when they go
unoffensive.
into the ballroom and it's like a big spooky ghost town.
Yeah,
and like it's literally like Halloween town.
It's like Haunted Mansion with
like
Eddie
ghosts.
Murphy.
Yeah, dude, literally like ghosts are flying around and they're green and shit.
Yeah, that's dumb. Well, you know what's funny is like I don't
But like all of the actual Shining footage used in Ready Player One looks great.
Yeah, I'd agree. You know what's funny is when Shelley Duvall is running around seeing all his apparitions and she sees all the skeletons in the lobby with like literal cobwebs and stuff.
Yeah, those are actual skeletons, right?
I
Sorry.
think so, but like
fucking totally ruined that. My bad.
No, it's I don't know, but like the camera operator in the commentary was like, it's such a shame that we had to shoot this scene with Hollywood Halloween spooky haunted house stuff. He's like, somebody asked for this or something. He alludes to the fact that like it cheapens the movie and somebody asked for it, like a studio or something.
Really?
It's never really he doesn't directly say it, but he's like, it's such a shame that we had to shoot like these weird haunted house props when the rest of the movie is this elevated
Interesting
piece. Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought it added to it. I liked it.
Yeah, because she's seeing haunted shit. I
Yeah.
thought it didn't bug
It's
me.
appropriate for the
I mean, not arguably, the fucking bear scene is scarier than the fucking skeletons and the cobwebs and shit.
Yeah.
When you're just seeing like fucking depraved sex act.
Yeah.
Like,
I
With his
remember-
ass out of the pouch, you're like, that's fucking terrible, dude.
Yeah, sick, hot.
What?
Terrible. No, terrible. Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
it's scary and bad.
Yeah, it's sexy and hot. It's terrible.
And it didn't make you horny.
It's a horror film that was fucking spooky scary.
It's spooky,
Hit the
yeah.
drop because that's spooky scary.
Oh shit!
Fucking- you know what I mean? It's that's
spooky, scary. Get out of here.
There you go.
Anyways, I remember when I first saw that, I was like, what am I rewound it because I didn't know
Yeah.
what I saw.
I was like, wait, what? A guy can suck a dick?
I didn't even register that it was a sex act when I first
Really?
saw it. Yeah, I didn't even register that.
You didn't know what they were doing?
No, I was just like, what?
Like, he's fixing his button.
I didn't know. It didn't. I was like, there's no way he's doing
But I
that.
was like, yeah, because it's like, how is he sucking dick through a mask? For one,
Yeah, true.
Yeah, good. Yeah.
how does one suck a dick through a mask?
All right. Anything else? I somehow got through all my notes.
No, I'm good.
I was incredibly unfunny for 2 hours. So you want to wrap this up?
I watched the Treehouse of Horror Simpsons episode about The Shining.
Oh, so you definitely did your research.
No, I'm just saying I watched that growing up so many times that during this rewatch of The Shining, I kept remembering those parts, and it was just very nostalgic.
I've never even seen that.
Really?
Yeah, I never.
It's great.
This is like
awesome.
2001. This is a victim to being referenced so much that
Yes.
it's like it doesn't seem like it's
a parody of itself. in a
Yeah,
way.
yeah, exactly. You rewatch it and you're like, oh yeah, this has been
This is that.
yeah. It's just
But no one has done it better, honestly. I mean, it's just,
yeah.
It's just fucking.
Again,
it's,
I wish I could go to the theater in 1980 and be there.
It's just the best fucking haunted house hotel movie ever of all fucking time. Like,
arguably the first elevated horror film. I hated that as it came out of my mouth. It was a joke.
As far as
All right?
horror movies,
I wasn't serious, guys.
I'm joking.
As far as horror movies, where does this rank for you of all time?
Shit. Top 3, I'd say.
It's got to be the best horror film of all time for me. I can't not put it at number 1.
Right?
Number 2, Evil Dead 2013.
Yeah.
Evil Dead is just a fucking summer fun time.
Let's fucking go.
But
Yeah.
but I mean, this is fucking.
If I can't count Silence of the Lambs, which is arguable as a horror movie, then this is number one for sure.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
got to be.
I'm having a hard time thinking of anything
That
better.
Evil Dead, Hereditary,
Yeah.
Midsommar. You know what I mean? It's just like
Yeah.
they're all sort of The Witch. They're all sort of in that
You could,
same ilk.
You could argue Alien too
Yeah.
Alien, yeah.
as a horror film. That is fucking. There's a few perfect films. I'd say if I had
Alien
to,
is for sure one.
Alien is a perfect film. This is a perfect film. I would say 2001 is a perfect film.
But is it cinema? Marty scores.
Yeah, let's get right. Yep.
It's perfect, but it's not.
Let me do a quick lightning round.
This takes so long. Every time we do Is It Cinema, it's like the song, I'm just like, oh. I think it's because we're landing the plane of the episode, and
Yeah.
anytime we do it, I'm
It's
just
like a decompress. It's, you know.
yeah.
It's a nice button, but I think the listeners like to know whether or not it's cinema. It's a nice little reward for them.
Yeah,
I think.
You're welcome.
But it's fucking obviously Cinema in 4:30.
Obviously,
it's like one of the greatest films of all fucking time. Like this is a top 10, 15 for me easily.
Yeah, big fucking duh.
Yeah, big fucking duh. All right.
Is it 4:3 though?
That's why I did 6 of them.
Oh, okay.
You had 7 actually.
Fucking 3 copies of it.
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
No, whatever.
I have 1, 2,
Let's put money
3.
on it. I'll bet you $20,000.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think I did 6.
I'm 100% sure you
And we'll cut to a replay here. Yeah. This takes so long.
Damn, dude.
Told you.
That was a result that we found out.
It is indeed been investigated.
Now you have to marry your mother-in-law.
Budget.
Oh, yeah. Wait, no, DMT. All right, we got to do a dumb movie title for The Shining, dude.
The Shining, dude.
The Shining.
Who wants to go first?
I'll go first.
I have shit ones.
Yeah, me too, kind of. For a movie so legendary,
it's hard to come up with a stupid title for
it. You
it.
feel like your DMT has to be really good, but mine are not good.
Go ahead.
Here's Trauma.
Nice.
And What No Pussy Does to a Motherfucker. And All Work and No Play. That's all I got.
Nice. Alex?
I have Cabin Fever and The Shining.
The Shining?
That's what the Treehouse of Horror is.
Okay. Got it.
The Skarenstein Bears.
That's good.
That's pretty good.
The Dr. Sleep prequel.
I can't allow that. I just simply can't allow it.
For that one.
It's the Dr. Sleep prequel, dude.
It's the official prequel to Dr. Sleep.
Yeah. But
I feel like it has to be
It's a
the
dumb movie title.
Yeah, it does.
All right. Congrats to us.
Dr. Sleep
We did
prequel.
it. And honestly, dude, congrats to us for Spooky Scary Season.
We did.
We
nailed it.
Like,
Spooky Scary.
We fucking
That was the last time the skeleton will be here. Not a single another time.
Not one more time.
Spooky Scary.
Spooky.
Fucker.
He's
he's an asshole.
Yeah.
Trust me.
Trust me.
We fucking bodied Spooky Season, dude.
We went pretty hard.
We've been doing horror
My
films
hands hurt.
exclusively for like a month and a half. Or
Yeah.
2 months.
Yeah. Shout out
Oh,
to Spooktober.
Yeah.
We went hard.
Yeah, because before Spooky Season, we did
We
like
just
3.
happened to do,
Yeah.
And we ended on the 5-head cinephile, arguably the best horror film of all time. So
Which means next week we're doing Pay It Forward with Haley Joel Osment.
A very non-spooky film, arguably.
Except for the brutal murder.
budget. You guys want to guess the budget? I know it,
Yeah, I
unfortunately.
don't know.
Sure.
What was the budget for? Oh man, I meant to make you guys guess the take numbers of that other stuff.
140.
Yeah, you nailed it.
148.
148. Yeah. Josh wins.
Box or budget. Let me do $45 million.
25.
Alex wins. It was 19 million.
Fuck.
You see, when you take inflation into account,
You're such a genius.
What is the Metacritic score?
Metacritic. See, this is always such bullshit.
I'm gonna go.
I'll go 93.
That's what I was gonna say. I'll go 89.
89, 93. I'm going to say 86.
You know it.
Alexa, what's the Metacritic score for The Shining?
I don't have Metacritic scores.
Alexa, shut up.
But The Shining
Alexa,
has
shut
an
the fuck up.
IMDb
Alexa, stop.
rating of
66.
Bullshit.
Out of 100?
66.
Oh, so it's a wrong people.
Holy shit.
66 out of 100?
That's lower than like Assassin's
go-
Creed Syndicate.
Can you
Like,
go,
what the fuck?
Can you go to horror and sort by most? Is that possible?
I'm ready to go home.
Okay.
All right.
I'm really tired.
Thanks for listening to There Are Too Many Movies.
Wait. Jack Nicholson.
Oh, shit.
You won.
Thanks for listening to There Are Too Many Movies. I was in China.
You just sound Christian Slater.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the same thing.
Oh, okay.
Same person.
I was also in Heathers. Because I'm also Christian Slater.
Name a movie. Jack Nicholson.
Oh, we're playing that?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, Chinatown.
The Shining.
Analyze that.
As good as it gets.
He's not an Analyze That.
I was thinking of Analyze this?
No. You're thinking of Robert De Niro.
Shit.
So you're fucking out immediately.
That sucks.
Big time immediately. What was yours?
Big time immediate.
Genuinely, I can't remember.
It was as good as it
So
gets.
As good as it
fucking
gets.
You're not allowed to ask that.
Anger management.
You're not allowed to ask me that.
I'm tired.
Anger management.
Little Shop of Horrors.
What? He's not in that either.
He 100% is. He's the dentist.
No, that's Steve Martin.
In the original Little Shop of Horrors, Jack Nicholson is the dentist.
In the original,
Alexa.
Okay, no, he's right. One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
Really?
Dude, I'm fucking tired as shit.
I'm out immediately. All right. Jack Nicholson was in fucking Batman.
Oh, yeah.
You dumb fucks. Congrats to us. One more time.
Not congrats to me. I got out immediately.
And outed.
I was outed. Thanks for listening to There Are 20 Movies.
And thanks for sticking around for spooky motherfucking season.
Thanks.
We did it.
We love you guys so much.
$5 a month on Patreon if you want to support your local on the internet podcast. Access
Or
to the Discord.
$1,000.
Chug
Or
your milk.
Chug it.
Yeah, would you
chug
It's
milk.
been sitting there for an hour.
Chug milk,
for the
dude.
bit? Are you gonna yes and it?
I'm gonna fucking puke.
You don't. You actually don't have to. Gross.
You're a little bitch.
You chug it then.
No.
No.
Later, toads.